Beauty and the Beast. Once upon a time, there lived a wealthy merchant. He had 3 daughters. The first 2 were selfish and spoiled, but the youngest, named Beauty, was kind and full of love. One day, the merchant learned that his ships had sunk in a terrible storm. He lost everything except for a small house in town. The 2 older daughters complained all day, while Beauty worked hard and took care of the house. Later, the merchant heard that one of his lost ships had returned. Before leaving to check, he asked his daughters what gifts they wanted. The 2 greedy sisters shouted, "Dresses and jewels." "And you, Beauty?" asked the merchant. "Just a rose." "That will be enough," said Beauty. The merchant went on his journey, but lost even more money. On his way back, a storm forced him into a dark forest. He wandered for hours until he saw a shining castle with lights in every window. The castle was strange. No one was inside, yet the fire burned in the fireplace. Food was on the table, and a bed was ready. The merchant ate, rested, and slept that in the morning he found new clothes and breakfast waiting for him. Before leaving, he saw beautiful roses in the garden. "Let me at least bring one for Beauty," he thought. But as soon as he picked a rose, a terrible roar shook the castle. A frightening beast appeared. "I fed you, I gave you shelter, and now you steal my roses. You deserve to die," roared the beast. The merchant begged, "I only wanted to bring this flower to one of my daughters." The beast growled, "Then go home and ask them. One of your daughters must live here with me. If not, you will die in 3 months." When the merchant told his daughters the story, the older sisters blamed Beauty. But Beauty said gently, "Father, let me go. I will save your life." 3 months later, Beauty and her father returned to the castle. When they finished dinner, the beast appeared. Beauty trembled with fear, for he was even uglier than she imagined. The beast asked, "Did you come of your own free will?" "Yes," whispered Beauty. "Then tomorrow, your father must leave and never return," said the beast. Beauty cried at first, but in a dream, a kind fairy told her, "Do not be afraid. Your courage will be rewarded." She began to explore the castle and found a room full of books and music. Her loneliness slowly faded. Each night at 9, the beast came to speak with Beauty. He always asked the same question, "Beauty, will you marry me?" And every night she answered, "No, beast." Over time, Beauty grew used to him. She even started to care for him. But she could not say yes to his proposal. One day, she saw in a magic mirror that her father was sick. She begged the beast to let her visit him. "You may go," said the beast, "but if you do not return, I will die of sadness." Beauty promised to come back in 1 week. At home, her jealous sisters tricked her into staying longer. Soon, she dreamed of the beast lying in the garden, dying. Terrified, Beauty rushed back to the castle. She found the beast on the ground, weak and pale. "Don't leave me," he whispered. "No, beast. I love you," cried Beauty. "I want to marry you." At that moment, the castle filled with light. The beast transformed into a handsome prince. The prince explained, "An evil fairy cursed me. Only true love could break the spell. Because you chose me, I am free." Soon after, Beauty and the prince were married. They lived happily ever after, the happiest prince and princess the world had ever known.